This is Stacia, and it's time for another training game. Okay, so we're going to do 1510 standard. Yeah, my rating is 1575, and my goal is to break 1700, which would be a new milestone for me on chess.com by the end of the year. So today is November 12th. So 125 points to go. I know it's going to take a lot of games. I'm probably not going to win all of them, but as long as I win a lot of them, it should be doable. So let's start. Yeah, and I've had a USCF rating of 1791 actually at the start of the year. Although I have gone down since then due to probably due to creating an entirely new repertoire, an entirely new way of playing. So there's that. But okay, looks like we have a Petroff here. The pet rock defense. White has a lot of options here. Main line is to take the pawn on e5. I think that's probably the best option. And okay, I'm excited. This is the Urusov Gambit. Okay, I take the pawn. This is called the Liechtenstein defense, and this could be a little wild. We'll see. We'll see. But this is what I'm into this year. I'm trying to learn how to play crazier chess, because even though I was 1791 USCF, I played very, very safe, and anytime position got crazy, I was at a disadvantage. So this entire year I've been trying to remedy that situation, and not surprisingly, it's going to take me a little while to figure this all out. All right, so I like knight takes because of d5 is now playable. The pawn was guarding this square, so that's the idea. Now, white has some interesting moves here. The best move is knight c3, in which case I don't really know what to do. But, like, you can take the knight, but it gets very sharp. It's very difficult for black. Wow, he took there. I think this is actually wrong because of d5, queen g5, but let's see. So d5, I'm attacking the bishop. Now, if he steps the bishop back, I have queen g5. That's a double attack on the knight and also this pawn. So if he does that, okay, this is more testing. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, if I take the bishop, he takes the knight, and then he's threatening discoveries. So that looks horrible, so I'm not going to take. He's threatening mate. I have to cover that. So this looks right. Bishop e6 is an option. So if I play bishop e6, he can't take here because I'll be guarding with a queen and a bishop. Yeah, I like this move. He might choose to play here. And I might even go here. No, I can't. Yeah, maybe I could. No. So, yeah, the queen's actually indirectly eyeing that as well. So this, I think this is needed. I could also play queen f6, but queen f6, queen takes, knight takes. I really would love to play bishop c5, but I think let's do this. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time. I think this is going to, this position might calm down a little. So my opponent's name is Skyworker. Huh, that's a cool name. He is rated 1528 and he's from Russia. And he is slightly lower rated than me, but we're probably about equal. Now, my question is, am I threatening to take the bishop now? I don't think so, because he would still play queen takes. Okay. So that opens up the dark square bishop for white, and it stops bishop c5. Knight c6 is a move. Bishop d6 I can consider. The bishop's under attack, you know. I don't know. If I take the bishop and he takes here, then his queen's on the e file. Kind of like that. But my center pawn gets distracted. And he can also take back with a knight. Maybe later. I'm not going to play this. Maybe queen f6. Maybe queen f6, because then I'm threatening takes, and after knight takes, then I take the bishop. Queen f6 seems like it might be right. There's no check, I'd play c6. And there's no knight takes because knight takes. I think queen f6 is a good move. Although I like knight c6 also. Well, queen f6, can he just move his queen away? I mean, if he moves the queen away, well, he'll have to stay in the e file unless he wants to move his bishop. So, all right, I'm going to play this. I don't know if it's right. I kind of like developing more, but just as a threat, so. Okay, behind on the clock. Stay focused, Stacia. So if queen takes, knight takes. Moved his bishop again. You really want to take my knight? I think he does. Or no, he's just taking his bishop out of danger. Okay. Well, knight c6, knight takes, b takes is an option. I think I really just want to castle at this point. I could also trade queens. Well, he's threatening to take the knight. And then if I took the queen, he would take with the bishop. Okay, I think I should take the queen now. Okay. Now knight c6 is a move. Probably I just need to castle as soon as possible. Most likely on the king side. So bishop e7 is a move. Bishop, this is probably slightly better. Bishop d6. Okay. Bishop d6, bishop takes, pawn takes. The knight needs to move. Knight g5. I think that's all fine. Knight g5 means I probably can't keep the bishop here, but if he does take, he opens my f file for my rook, and he won't have the bishop here either. And my f pawn would become a center pawn, so I kind of like that. So I'm okay with that. I'm hesitant to play knight c6 now because I might want my pawn there. Castles. I'll probably castle too. Yeah. Behind on the clock, so if I see a logical move and it's not a blunder, I should play it fairly quick. Okay, c4. This is a common move in the structure. Now this does chronically weaken the d pawn, but he's gonna undermine my knight. So I could play c6, and after takes, just take. Probably take with a bishop even. So maybe c6 is right. Yeah, I like the look of that. So I'm actually somehow more developed than him. I think it's because he spent a tempo to bring his knight back when I captured. So all right, so c6. He could also play c5. That seems anti-positional. I don't have a pawn break in the center, though, to fight back against that. That would be my normal response. I like to play e5, but so maybe that is a threat. I don't know. I'm going to play this, though. If he wants to play c5, he can do that. I might even play b6 and undermine it that way. Yeah, because after takes. Well, let's see. Let's think about this for a second. c5, I have to move my bishop. If I go here. Wow, he does it. Okay, so this is happening. I think this c7 square is better. So now the question is, can I ever attack this? And actually, I'm going to need my dark square bishop probably on f6 to attack that. So I actually think bishop e7 is correct now. Yeah, and then I'm thinking about knight b d7 and break with b6 is possible. Okay. So he can do this kind of stuff, but does it really get him anything? Attacking my knight. I should probably take that. No, that would strengthen the center, so I'm not feeling good about that, actually. Can I reroute this knight to attack here? I need the knight here, basically. It's not easy to get to. Well, I'm tempted to just... I don't want the knight on f6, though. I want my bishop there. Well, I can do this. This is really freaking slow, though. It's so slow. That takes so much time. If I take, I am creating an extra pawn island for him, but will I ever be able to attack that pawn? I don't know. All right, I don't feel like trading. That knight is not good there, by the way. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to try to maneuver my pieces and create a setup where I can attack this weakness. It'd be much nicer if I had an open D file, you know? But, so maybe this is not... Okay, I pretty much developed my knight. If If he plays bishop g5, I don't think I care. I'll even play h6. So this, and I might be threatening b6 at some moment. So let's play it and then look. Let's look at b6. Like if it was my turn, am I threatening this? He could play here, and then I play here, and he doesn't have here because of pawn takes, rook takes. So this is his plan. If I play a5, this doesn't work, I would take. But could he push? So a5, b5. I think that's his idea. And then I'll have a weakness here. b6 no longer works because I'm not really threatening to take here. It doesn't do anything. So a5 feels thematic. Do I want to do that? Because he's going to play b5 anyway. I could also play a6. Okay, I think I like that move. Just stopping b5. Then if he plays it, I'll take this way. That would be a funny light square contraption, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm going to play this. Yeah. Okay. I'm really behind on the clocks. This is an issue. I want to play rook e8. I want to play h6 and make love for my king at some point. I want to play bishop f6. So actually, I might play h6, knight h7. This knight is not happy here. Yeah, I'm just kind of a... Okay, well, I'm going to put my bishop on g7. I'm going to do this because rook e8 is desirable. This rook's... Well, he's going to get his bishop out next. If rook e8, bishop g5, h6, takes is totally fine. Not worried about that. If he pulls back, that's totally fine. So this is the move. He can plow through with, he can do this pawn break. This is a pawn break. Takes. And then he can either play b6 or take here and give me a weak c-pawn. Yeah, he has gone for that. Now I kind of like b6. If I took here and he takes this way, though, it does give me a passed d pawn, but yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely cramped here, aren't I? If b5 takes. It's kind of annoying, but I don't think that's something I can stop, so. Knight f8, knight g6. No, I don't like it. I want this knight here. I want my bishop on g7. So maybe I just play, gosh, h6. I'm going to push both of these. I don't know. Guess so. The clock is ticking, so I'm thinking knight h7. I could put my other knight here, or I could play knight g5. Yeah, he's defending this. He sees what I want to do, I guess. Actually, I like the way he's playing. I think he's playing a good game. Here, here. I think trading pieces helps me. He could also take this, but then I have the bishop pair. His knight is not so good either. And his pieces can't do much either. So this is his plan. Okay. I think I want my rook defending the bishop, so what if I go knight g5 and he goes knight here? I take check. I like that. Takes bishop f8 in that case. So this is, he could move the knight. He could do that. It's kind of annoying, but that gives me discoveries with my knight. So I would probably do this. I don't know if that does anything, though. Yeah, he moved the knight. I don't think that knight's good there, though. So bishop f6? No, I think I want my knight there. What about this? No, no. All right, now I'm thinking knight f8. I'm going to put this knight here, bishop here. It looks passive because it is. Is he playing that? He's not. Okay. A knight here would be a big plus, but it's just hard to orchestrate that. Bishop f8, or bishop f6 puts pressure on the pawn. All right, I better get in blitz mode, huh? Okay, I'm doing this. I could take here, I guess. I think he's playing me on the clock now, which makes a lot of sense. Wow, I missed that. What is that move? I'm getting squished. f4. f5 can also be played. My bishop runs away. Okay. So now knight g6 runs into f5 forking. I could maybe think about pushing my pawns, but it seems... What about g6? I'll tuck my bishop away and then reroute my knight to f6. This also stops f5, maybe? Doesn't stop it. Running out of ideas. He might play knight e5. If knight e5, knight d7. If I take, he's got a pretty nice structure going. Okay, so I didn't stop this. If I take, I lose a pawn. Takes, I think I can take this way. Okay. Oh, no, I can't. Well, I can. I missed that. Okay, so down a pawn, but down on the clock is worse, I think. Let's fight, Stacia. Let's fight. I'm not worried about my king being unsafe. I have too many pieces defending. So if takes, take with a knight or a pawn. I think a knight, because if a knight comes here, I might want to play f6. Okay. Which does come right now. Hitting this again. I don't see a defense to this. Well, I guess my king's defending, right? So he's got 3 guys on it, but I have 3 guys on it, so I'm okay. So I might play f6. f6, bishop, f6, knight takes, knight takes. Okay, let's see if I can survive this. Oh, actually takes, takes, takes. Could be a problem. Knight g5. This is rough. This is rough. Well, after the game, I definitely want to look at where I spent too much time. Okay. Yeah, I think he can take on g6 now. He could also trade rooks, but that helps me. If takes. Knight f8. How's that rhyme go? Knight f8 and you win the g-pawn? That wasn't it. Oh, it's knight f8 and there is no mate. But I'm not worried about getting mated here. I'm worried that I'm 2 pawns down at the moment. And should be just 1 pawn at the end, but this is the problem now. I'll have to defend against this h pawn. Check. Wow, totally missed that. Knight d6 is coming. Now I can't take the pawn, so I miss this. If king g8, knight h6, check. Is the knight going to come in here? If king h8, g7 check. I don't have any options though. I have to go here. If knight here, though, I can take here. Okay, attacking the rook. I probably have to take. He's taking here. This is really passive. But I am running out of options here. Okay. Ah! I don't know what to do. I'm so busted here, aren't I? If takes, takes. Yeah, that move. Okay. My rooks are guarding the back rank, so that's cool. Oh, my knight's hanging. Yeah, my knight is hanging. Okay. We should take it. Wow, we didn't. Can I move this knight? Not really. Can defend it. Check. That's checkmate, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Good playing by my opponent. I really like the way they played that. So let's try to see where I went wrong. Clearly, I didn't play the right plan. It just felt like everything fell apart, like partially due to time pressure, but also just have a quick look and see if we can figure out what happened here. Yeah, is that a good move? I don't know. Still felt like I was totally fine here. C4, excellent. C5. Yes, this turned out to be an idea. So I'm actually thinking there's probably something else I should do here. Can't take, though. Yeah, I don't know. So in hindsight, this plan against the pawn never worked. So I think I learned something, and that's that if this pawn is weak and on an open file, then that's an obvious target because you can line your rooks up on it. But with my pawn in front, it was never really a target for me. I never really got played against that, so. Yeah, and this queenside pawn idea, queenside's expansion, ended up, I thought he was going for a break, and instead he just left me cramped. Smart. Yeah, and then I think here's where I started to go wrong, like rook e8 and h6, knight h7. So now I'm thinking actually back here, I should have took the knight. Yeah, because after this, it just gets, I just have no moves. I'm just too cramped. Yeah, knight f8. I don't ever play this way. Like, but I didn't know what else to do. So whatever plan I came up with failed. I missed f4 completely, so that's another thing. When I'm cramped like this, I should be watching for pawn pushes. He could think about storming me with all his pawns in this position. I mean, his king is not in any danger. He could throw all these at me. And he was really smart to not trade. Yeah, this all was just too much. So, okay. Let's turn the engine on and do like a 5 or 10 minute analysis and see what we can learn. You never lose if you learn. It sounds so funny to say that, but I actually believe that. I'm so sorry, guys. I never put this on full screen. Wow. All right. Okay, that's suspicious. 99.5. So was I playing a computer? I might have been. Oh, not a single inaccuracy? Yeah. Not a single inaccuracy. Okay. Well, I don't know if he just had a good day or what. But he was also very fast, so one possible explanation is that my opponent was not very honest. But that's okay. Let's learn from this game. All right, so I had 5 inaccuracies and 2 blunders. So probably the blunders were in the middle game, but let's look. So the Urusov Gambit I took, and he took here, d5. Yeah, on this move. Very interesting move. Yep, bishop e6 I see is strong here. He played d4. Oh, I played bishop e6. Bishop d6 is strong. No, bishop e6. Okay. d4, and here's where I played queen f6. Looks like that might be a mistake. Yeah, okay. You know, I honestly kind of felt like it wasn't best. But I liked that I had the threat of taking, takes, and take the bishop. But that's what we call okey doke. You know, when you're trying to trick your opponent, but they have like an obvious answer. And here he has options. Yeah, and this is one of them. Just move the bishop. Just move the bishop. Look at that, top computer move. Moving the piece again in the opening doesn't always come to mind, but here it does make sense. Okay, playing well so far. Black's equal. c4. Yeah, what to do? Yeah, I said in my quick look at the game that I didn't think c6 was right, and it seems like it's not best, but it is good. So what to do against this? Knight c6 the computer wants? And then he would take, and I take with a bishop. I could also play c5. Wow, really? c5. This move like passed in my thoughts quickly, but it didn't look familiar. So I was kind of like, well, it's probably not right, you know? But it turns out it is right. Knight a3 the computer wants. So if he takes it, well, what if he takes here? I just take with a bishop? Do I just not even care about c4? Okay. Yeah, so one thing I always think is c4 is a pawn break. And I like to think, which I didn't really do during the game, I like to think, what happens if they take? What happens if they push past? And what happens if I ignore it? So in this case, if I take, I lose my knight. I can't push past because I'm blockaded. And if I ignore it, this is the key. He takes, and I take back with a bishop, or he pushes, and I don't really like that, so maybe b6. But the computer doesn't like b6. So c5. Not a move I considered. That's something I might do a study on, because I'm not. I might do a deeper study on this position here, because this is interesting. Turns out c6 is a move after all. So okay, was c5 best? I didn't think this was going to work out for him, but it did. Yeah, computer wants to put the bishop either way. Knight there. Yeah, and now I think I have to take, oh, f5. I like that. I really like that. I see knight d7 as a move too. Let him take? Really? Let him take and win a pawn. Knight d7 takes. Bishop takes. I actually like this. You know, I just don't feel right if I don't sack a pawn. So I didn't see this idea, but I like this because we've got tempo on the bishop. Now this pawn is truly weak. We've got the open d file. Now we can do a Scandi-like game plan where we eventually take this pawn. We'd probably win the pawn back and be equal. So it's not like this pawn sacrifice is winning for black or anything, but it would be a way to maybe, it's a long path to equality, so black's still worse here. But I didn't see that idea at all, so that's very interesting. Now this is what I probably should have done, because it turns out that this pawn was not weak like I thought. So this pawn's probably about equally weak. And now this might be weak. And now I really can break with b6. Because when I take here, he would take here. So in hindsight, I really think I misplayed this part of the game. Definitely should have took the knight or played f5. And let's see where it goes from here. Okay, so bishop b7. So my two blunders must be coming up. Yeah, f6 and knight h7. Yeah, so honestly, I'm pretty happy with how I played then. I didn't blunder until I had like a minute left or under, and in a really tough position to play. And I might have been playing against a computer, not sure. All right, rook e1. Yeah, look at it. He plays all the best moves. Why do people do that? Like, really? Like, any normal human would be like, I want to develop my bishop somewhere, you know? Like, a move like bishop f4 comes to mind. And instead, he's playing a4 and then knows not to break with b5. So I'm very suspicious. Sorry to be like that. Don't want to accuse people though, right? That's not right of me, so I'm sorry. I take it back. I think my opponent just played really well. Knight e2, knight g5, okay. So that was right. I was trying to trade and he moved it away, so that made me sad. So I'm playing this good. Yeah, it's just hard to play. Very hard to play. Now I'm getting squished. f4, g6. I'm desperate, right? I thought g6 might stop f5, but it didn't. So what do I need to play here? Bishop e7. Oh, so that this doesn't come with tempo. Yeah, white's advantage is growing. I lose a pawn. Oh, I missed that entirely. So, oh, I see. So g6 undefends my h6 pawn, which is going to be opened up by f5 with tempo. Bishop moves, bishop takes. So I missed that. I like to think that I would have seen this had I more time on my clock. But yeah, look at the advantage. It is just really grown. All right, so I don't feel bad, guys. I played my blunders when I had less than a minute, and the computer says +7, and I can barely move. So, all right, I don't think I need to look at much more. Takes. Yeah, this is. Did he play all the best moves here too? Yeah. Didn't even take the knight. Oh wait, he couldn't take the knight. No, this move makes sense. But now he should take the knight. And he didn't. He played the best move. But I guess it's because checkmate, right? Yeah. That's a pretty checkmate. Let's look at it again. I really like that. So the knight is guarding this square and attacking the king, and, well, I guess the rook's also guarding this. Oh, the rook's guarding the pawn, and then the pawn is restricting the king, and that is a checkmate. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let's go over the highlights. I like to see, I'm going to turn the engine off, okay. So I like to learn like a couple new ideas, and I'd say in this game, a key moment was here. I don't think I would play queen here again. So what was better? I already forget. Queen here, bishop d6 is better. Or knight d7. Yeah, knight d7 challenges the knight. So I'm happy to see all these. Even c6 is playable. So I don't think I'll play queen f6 next time. Yeah, I think this whole game comes down to this moment where I really was confused. I didn't know what to do. Although c6 was fine. Allowing c5. So this whole idea of c5 and how this can work with a symmetrical pawn structure, wasn't aware of this idea, so I will watch out for that. And then this moment. I think this is the key part of the game, because even though the computer says that's just inaccurate, I'm more tempted to call this a mistake because I end up too cramped. I need to either trade off, and this structure is fine, which I misevaluated, or I should play f5. And then there's even that knight d7 pawn sack idea, which is pretty cool because of knight f6, tempo on the bishop, and then the d pawn becomes weak. So I don't know if I would go for that. That looks a little, I don't know. I mean, it's a pawn sacrifice for equality at best, so probably wouldn't go for it, but it is a really cool idea. So, all right, well, unfortunately, I lost some rating, so I'm going to have some more work to do. I think I'll play another game soon. All right, thanks for watching if you did, and I'll be back with another video. Thank you. Bye.